Hey everyone, so last video we covered anterior Chapman's points. So now, just to make things full circle, for OMM, for the COMAT or the COMLEX, I'm going to go ahead and cover viscerosomatics. A very popular topic on many exams, and once you kind of have an idea of how to write down a nice little chart that takes care of everything, basically guaranteed to get all the points there. So let's go ahead and get into it. So the first step is that you're going to want to draw 14 lines. All right, and then the next step is you're just going to want to go ahead and then number each level. And then remember, 1 through 12 are going to be your thoracic levels, and then L1 through L2 is going to be your lumbar. Now we have basically our skeleton chart kind of written out for us. Let me just adjust this. Now we can start putting in the points to make sure we have all of our anatomy covered. So a couple things I like to do is there's going to be nothing that starts or ends at 6, and then the space between 9 and 10, there's nothing that crosses that. Now we can start. So step 1, there's going to be one line from 1 to 4, and right next to that there's going to be one that's from 5 to 1. Now we're going to go down, but remember our rule, nothing touches 6. So we're going to go 2 to 7. All right, and then 2 to 8. And then next, this one you just kind of have to make a mental note to make sure you don't forget it. And then you can do one from 5 to 9. One from 10 to 11. And then one from 12 to L2. Another point I like to remind myself is that there should be 6 points that touch the L2 level. So I think that's just kind of a helpful way to make sure that I'm getting all the points and not missing anything. So we'll start on this side. I like to go from L2 to 12. All right, and then one from 11 to 10. So we kind of went up. And then from 11, we're going to go over, draw a dot here. And there's one there. All right, and then next, this one is simple. It's kind of like a ladder pattern, but 1 touches 10, draw up to that, and then it just basically is a step down from there. Right. And then you're going to want to circle 10 and 12. I will get into that and explain why. Lastly, one of the other final rules I like to remember is that there should be 13 lines total, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That way you know that you've written the correct amount. Now we have our outline. Let's go ahead and add anatomical structures to each point. So for here, this is going to be head and neck. Right here, this is going to be the heart. I'm going to draw a little heart. Next we have lungs. Next we have esophagus / upper extremity. Next we have upper GI, middle GI, and then lower GI. On this side we have upper GU, lower GU, and then in between that is the bladder. And then on a little step down here, we're going to have uterus / cervix. We're going to have erectile tissue / lower extremity, and then we're going to have the prostate. And then for these 2 points we circled on this side, 10 is going to be adrenal, 12 is going to be appendix. So that's basically it, and the more you practice this, the faster you'll be able to get it down on paper. So what kind of question will you see where this will be important? For example, there could be a COMLEX question or a COMAT question that says something like, here's a patient who presents with all the symptoms of EUTI. Where would you find somatic dysfunction? And then in that case, it would most likely be the bladder. So you'd want to look for what levels that bladder's at, right? So you'd want to look for a somatic dysfunction from T11 to L2. And that's how you'll be able to get that question right. Well, I hope this is helpful. Please leave a comment, like, subscribe, and good luck on any tests you might be taking.